The vast, sun-scorched expanse of the Al-Ula Desert in northwestern Saudi Arabia has long guarded its secrets. Beneath its shifting sands, whispers of forgotten epochs lay dormant, awaiting a moment of revelation. That moment began to dawn not with a shovel, but with the unblinking eye of a satellite. High above the earth, advanced scans pierced the desert veil, revealing strange, almost unnatural geometric patterns. These were no mere tricks of light or shadow. They hinted at something far more profound, the ordered signature of human endeavor, structures deliberately laid out, now obscured by millennia of silence and sand. These were the first tantalizing clues of a civilization lost to time. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, recognized the potential significance of these ethereal desert markings. They tasked Dr. Ayman, an archaeologist with a keen eye for the overlooked and a passion for uncovering humanity's deeper past, to investigate. His mission was clear: to determine if these patterns were indeed man-made, and if so, what story they held. Dr. Ayman approached the Al-Ula region, an area already steeped in history as Al-Hijr or Madan Saleh, with a sense of profound anticipation. He knew this land was mentioned in ancient texts, a place where history and legend often intertwined, making the prospect of discovery even more compelling. The initial surveys were painstaking, mapping the subtle undulations of the ground that corresponded with the satellite data. The year 2024 marked a turning point. Under Dr. Ayman's guidance, modern excavation techniques began to peel back the layers of accumulated earth. What emerged was breathtaking. Not just scattered remnants, but the foundations of an entire city estimated to be an astonishing 5,000 years old, placing its origins around 3000 BCE. The excavation team, grappling with the magnitude of their find, began to call this ancient settlement Thamdiq. This name was not chosen lightly. It was derived from a recurring word, a linguistic echo found inscribed on unearthed tablets and stone fragments, a possible key to the identity of its mysterious inhabitants. The desert had finally begun to speak. The initial discoveries at Thamdiq painted a picture of a society far more sophisticated than previously imagined for such a remote antiquity in this region. This was not a simple nomadic encampment, it was a settlement of substance, of permanence. The scale of the structures, the precision of their layout, and the sheer effort involved in their construction spoke volumes about the people who had once thrived here. They were builders, artisans, and perhaps, as further evidence would suggest, visionaries who understood the principles of urban living long before many other recognized ancient cultures. The air buzzed with questions. Who were these people? And what secrets did their silent city hold? The architectural marvels of Thamdiq immediately set it apart. Its builders possessed an extraordinary mastery over stone. Homes were not merely constructed. They were hewn directly from the rock, carved into the mountainsides with astonishing skill, creating cave-like dwellings that were both formidable and functional. These were not cramped hovels. Many were spacious enough to comfortably accommodate both humans and their animals, possibly horses, suggesting a society that valued these creatures. The sheer effort involved in such rock-cut architecture speaks of a dedicated, organized workforce and a deep understanding of stonemasonry, techniques that would later be echoed in other great stone cities of the ancient world. Beyond the sheer scale of these dwellings, the artistry was captivating. Doorways were not simple openings, but were often intricately carved, adorned with motifs and designs that hinted at a rich symbolic language. Tombs, also cut into the rock, displayed a similar level of craftsmanship, suggesting a culture with complex funerary rites and a profound respect for their ancestors. These were not just places of shelter or burial, they were statements, expressions of identity and artistry, frozen in stone. The consistency in style across different structures pointed to a shared cultural vision, a common aesthetic that defined the people of Thamdiq. Each carving, each carefully shaped stone was a testament to their lost skills. What truly astounded Dr. Ayman and his team was the undeniable evidence of advanced urban planning. Thamdiq was no haphazard collection of buildings. Streets, though now filled with sand, appeared to follow a deliberate grid, and public spaces seemed to have been allocated with forethought. This level of organization suggested a central authority, a cohesive society capable of planning and executing large-scale civic projects. It implied a social structure, perhaps with specialized labor, all contributing to the creation and maintenance of a thriving urban center in the heart of the desert. Such planning challenges our conventional timelines for the development of complex urban societies in this part of the world. The inscriptions found scattered throughout Thamdiq offered further tantalizing glimpses into its enigmatic past. Some symbols bore a resemblance to early pre-Arabic scripts, while others echoed the Nabatean characters found in nearby regions like Petra. Yet many of the symbols were entirely unique, previously unseen by epigraphers. These unreadable scripts held the promise of unlocking the city's true name, its history, and the beliefs of its people. The recurring word Thamdiq on tablets was a significant breakthrough, but it was clear that a deeper linguistic puzzle awaited decipherment, a puzzle that could rewrite chapters of ancient Arabian history and reveal connections we are only beginning to comprehend. The Al-Ula region, the cradle of Thamdiq, is not a blank slate in historical and religious narratives. It is widely known and revered as Al-Hijr, or Madain Saleh, a place explicitly mentioned in the Quran. This sacred text identifies it as the homeland of the Thamud people, a civilization that rose to prominence but ultimately met a divine reckoning. The discovery of a sophisticated ancient city precisely in this locale immediately sparked discussions about its potential connection to this very Thamud. Could Thamdiq be a tangible, archaeological manifestation of the people described in scripture? The geographical alignment was too precise to ignore, adding a profound layer of significance to the unfolding excavation. The Quran describes the Thamud as a powerful and ingenious people. They were renowned for their ability to carve homes in the mountains with great skill. This description resonates powerfully with the archaeological reality unearthed at Thamdiq. The rock-cut homes, intricately carved doorways, and the sheer ambition of hewing dwellings from solid stone align with striking accuracy to these scriptural accounts. The Quran also speaks of their prosperity and their advanced state, which the evidence of urban planning and sophisticated architecture at Thamdiq seems to corroborate. It suggests a civilization that had mastered its environment and achieved a high degree of cultural and technological development, just as the ancient narratives portrayed. The parallels extend beyond mere architecture. The Quranic narrative portrays the Thamud as not only advanced but also as arrogant and defiant, rejecting the warnings of a prophet sent to guide them. This defiance, according to the scripture, led to their downfall. While archaeology cannot directly confirm matters of faith or divine judgment, the discovery of a highly developed society that seemingly vanished from the historical record creates a compelling space for considering these ancient traditions. The physical evidence of a once mighty city now buried and silent invites contemplation of the stories that have been passed down through generations, stories that speak of civilizations that reached great heights before their sudden disappearance. The descriptions of the Thamud in the Quran emphasize their impressive material achievements, but also their moral failings, which ultimately led to their destruction. The Thamud were said to have been given great strength and ingenuity, enabling them to build magnificent structures. Yet their story serves as a cautionary tale about pride and the rejection of guidance. The archaeological findings at Thamdiq, showcasing a highly capable and organized society, provide a tangible context for these accounts. The very existence of such a city, lost for so long, now re-emerging, prompts a re-examination of these ancient narratives not merely as myths, but as possible echoes of real historical events and peoples. And the story of Thamdiq takes a darker, more abrupt turn when examining the evidence of its demise. Archaeologists uncovered distinct layers of burnt soil across the site. Stone walls, once meticulously crafted, bore signs of having been subjected to immense heat, some appearing melted or vitrified. The remains found within the city were often blackened, indicating an encounter with extreme temperatures or some form of powerful sonic impact. This was not the slow decay of a city abandoned to the elements. The evidence screamed of a sudden catastrophic event that had engulfed Thamdiq, wiping it out in what appears to have been an instant, freezing it in its final moments. Geologists and scientists analyzing samples from Thamdiq have proposed several theories to explain this instantaneous destruction. One possibility is a massive seismic wave, An earthquake of unimaginable power that not only toppled structures but perhaps also triggered intense heat through friction or secondary effects. Another, more exotic theory considers an ultrasonic event, a sound wave of such focused intensity that it could shatter stone and generate superheating. A third compelling hypothesis points towards a meteor-like atmospheric explosion, an airburst that would release a devastating blast wave and searing heat over a wide area, capable of scorching the earth and melting rock, much like the Tunguska event, but perhaps on a more localized, yet equally destructive scale. The implications of Thamdiq's discovery and its violent end are profound, extending far beyond regional archaeology. They compel us to reconsider the fragility of civilizations, even those that appear advanced and powerful. If such a sophisticated urban center could be obliterated so completely, what does this tell us about other gaps in our historical record? It lends credence to ancient accounts from around the world that speak of golden ages followed by sudden cataclysms, events that may have reset human progress in various regions. Thamdiq could be a key piece in a much larger puzzle, a testament to forgotten disasters that have shaped human history. Recognizing its immense historical and cultural value, Saudi Arabia has initiated significant efforts to preserve the site of Thamdiq. It is already being dubbed the Petra of the Arabian Peninsula, a nod to its stunning rock-cut architecture that rivals the famed Jordanian city. This lost city of stone, now re-emerging from the sands, is not just a collection of ancient ruins. It is a bridge to a distant past, a source of invaluable knowledge and a solemn reminder of the forces that can erase even the mightiest of human endeavors. The ongoing research and preservation ensure that Thamdiq's story, once silenced by disaster, will now be told to the world.